What is Africa's challenge in a bid to keep all intruders out and rich enough to bring prosperity to all its citizens? Greetings, I'm Zoa Tudesaling, here to tap into the topic of Pan-Africanism, and this is ETV World. Pan-Africanism is consciousness, is high level of awareness about responsibilities, duties, and historical position of a country and people, so everybody cannot equally share it. Ethiopia has a unique history and was not colonized. It does not have any colonial heritage, and Pan-Africanism has its beginnings in the liberation struggles of Afro-Americans expressing the aspirations of all Africans, wherever they may be. The Pan-Africanist idea was developed in the diaspora towards the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th centuries by such great Afro-Americans and Afro-Caribbeans. During Emperor Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia had much better and long history of diplomacy compared to the rest of Africa, and Ethiopia by that time was a member and a founder of the League of Nations. No any other African country was by then ready to take the lead. After decolonization, many African countries and Pan-African groups used the Ethiopian colors, green, yellow, and red, for the flags of their newly independent nations. Black nationalism and Ethiopia, however, go beyond the never colonized rhetoric. To keep the black public informed on the Italo-Ethiopia issue, the Urban League and especially the National Association for Advancement of Colored People published pro-Ethiopian editorials and articles. Julius Nyerere, the first president of Tanzania, noted in a thought-provoking statement in 1963, "African nationalism is meaningless and anachronistic and dangerous if it's not the same as Pan-Africanism, and hence OAU came into being, the establishment of the Organization of the African Unity 50 years ago on the 25th of May 1963 in Addis Ababa. Its principal objective are promoting unity, solidarity, and cooperation among African states to achieve a better life for the people of Africa. However, in the late 1990s, in the light of the changing global order and the need to accelerate Africa's integration and unity, member states felt it necessary to transform the OAU into the African Union. The establishment of the AU in 2002 may be regarded as a more important step in the historical evolution of Pan-Africanism. And as Kwame Nkrumah points out, Pan-Africanism has its beginning in the liberation struggles of African Americans expressing the aspirations of Africans and people of African descent. The African Union seeks to promote a more integrated and cooperative continent in the form of regional economic communities such as IGAD, ECOWAS, and so on and so forth. In June 1994, while addressing the 30th OAU summit in Tunis, President Nelson Mandela, the eminent late former president of South Africa, noted that Africa is now entering a new era of renaissance and that it should be based on our own efforts. However, it was Thabo Mbeki who formally introduced the term African Renaissance in April 1997 and later in September 1998 in Johannesburg, South Africa. The idea of African Renaissance embodies the vision of a more dynamic, stable, and prosperous Africa. And without creating a strong, democratic, independent, and self-reliant new Africa, the continent will continue to remain an easy prey to external economic and strategic interests. And, as famously quoted by Kwame Nkrumah rightly noted in 1963, "Divided we are weak, and united, Africa could become one of the greatest forces for the good in the world." And that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up this segment of ETV World. To get more captivating content on national, continental, and international issues, make sure to follow us on our social media.